You guys some news really quickly about Gilead. Gilead had been halted for trading pending some news. They've just released the news. Gilead Sciences says it is aware of positive data emerging from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases study of the investigational antiviral remdesivir.
Yeah, look at the Dow.
Yeah, watch this. So the remdesivir drug had been treatment for COVID-19. Remember, this has been all over the map. You had heard the positive things coming out of that University of Chicago study. Then a couple days later, we heard from the World Health Organization saying China was ending that study. But remember, there weren't enough patients left in China to still continue this. So this is the NIAID story. The Dow up almost 400 points, up 400 points on this news that it looked like that study showed that there was some positive news using remdesivir for the treatment of COVID-19. They say they understand the trial has met its primary endpoint, and that they will provide detailed information at an upcoming briefing.
This is the one
remdesivir.
This is the one that Meg was talking about as well, that we were waiting for this. We knew it was going to come this week. There's no control group, I think Meg pointed out, so it's not going to be perfect. But after the China news put a damper on that stat report that came out about those 123 patients that had much better, very few mortalities, that came out. Then the China study came out. As you pointed out, it was ended not because it wasn't working necessarily. It was ended because it didn't have enough
patients left.
And Kramer, to his credit, said, "Do not, And he got. Remember that day he was like vociferous about not listening to China in terms of some of these trials. I don't. This is still. We don't know that much, although meeting a primary endpoint. Meeting a primary endpoint is pretty significant.
That's a big deal. Meeting a primary endpoint, and that is, again, for the NIAID study. Remdesivir, or Gilead's been running a second study, its own study, for a shorter 5-day duration of therapy, because the one that we're talking about today from the government, that one is a 10-day study, treatment course that was evaluated in trial. But Gilead has its own data that's going to be coming out for the 5- and 10-day dosing durations of remdesivir in patients, and that's going to be coming later in May. So we'll be hearing more about that then, too.